Do you get to the end of the day and wonder exactly what you accomplished? Do you find that even after a full day's work, important stuff is still not done? Is work piling up and making you feel overwhelmed? It's Dr. K here, and today I'm not going to give you a super complicated solution to all these problems. Instead, I'm going to give you two simple things to focus on. I call it the P2 method. And I call it the P2 method because a solution with a name sounds more important than me just saying, try this. I also call it the P2 method because there are two parts to it, both of which start with the letter P. Part 1. Planning. Planning sometimes sounds like a waste of time. After all, wouldn't it be better to just get started? But actually, good planning will cut down the amount of time you need to spend on doing. This is because of three reasons. Firstly, you'll consider your actions before you take them, rather than just jumping in mindlessly. Secondly, you can anticipate obstacles along the way and how to deal with them, which saves time overall. And thirdly, I found even for small tasks, when I supposedly waste time on planning, it actually creates an inner tension to just get started. And I find this amazingly effective for overcoming procrastination, and it gives a huge energy boost. For the planning step, let's keep it really simple. Firstly, commit to a certain amount of time at the beginning of the day. Even 10 minutes is okay. Secondly, use a pen and paper. And thirdly, write down everything you need to do. So your list could look like this. Number 4, write down anything that might interfere with getting those things done. And that's it. And that prepares us for part 2 of the P2 method. Part 2 is prioritization. Look at the list you just made of everything you need to get done. And now ask yourself, which task on the list would A, have the most impact, B, be the most meaningful, and C, pave the way for the most number of other important tasks to get done? And then write a number 1 next to that task. So with the list from earlier, we'd go down that list and write number 1 next to call Lindsay. Repeat this for your number 2 task and your number 3 task. So you'd end up with a list like that. You now have 3 absolute priorities that you want to get done today. From the start of the day, focus on getting those top 3 things done. And a great other thing to do is to schedule in when you will do those 3 priority tasks. So like this. And that's it. Let's go over it again. Number 1, make time to plan. Force yourself to do this either in the morning or you can do it the night before. Number 2, write a list on paper of all the things you need to do today. And number 3, pick the 3 tasks that will be the most meaningful and have the biggest impact. Number 4, schedule in when you're going to work on each of these 3 tasks today. And the results of this, when you apply the P2 method, you'll notice a few things. Firstly, you won't feel so overwhelmed. Secondly, your mind will be clearer to focus on what's important. You'll end the day having got much more important work done rather than wasting time on unimportant tasks. And fourthly, over several weeks of doing this, you'll notice a complete transformation in your progress towards vital work goals because you're getting so much more crucial work done day to day. And lastly, you'll feel so much more in control and confident about your work. Need more help? For more advice and tips on how to implement the P2 method, check out the free report I've created. You can scroll down the page to see how to access this. And if you enjoyed this video, visit 7insights.com for more productivity tips. I'll speak to you soon.